tournament. Right now, Dallas
on the designed action right out of the gate.
Flash Brothers for in the first 2 times and again. Misses again.
Tip dunk, but he's been shooting the ball.
On heel. And Irving knocks Curry in and out and then down.
Draymond didn't want to muddle that up, got out of the way.
2016. Late. Couldn't get it. Butler 25 contests with the Heat.
For years, the ability to get off the ground.
Irving gets downhill and gets Thompson off the bounce for 3. Warriors in the last meeting. Curry catches Spur. Christie let it fly.
And he said when he had a conversation
tonight, it's belief in what you can do in the Prosper. Throws it down court. In the opening quarter, Edwards. No Dante Exum tonight. For weeks at least. Anthony Davis is
missed for the Mavericks.
Ankle. And Dwight Powell, who's been hit 2 earlier, but he's missed 2 in a row. Green may have gotten away. Foul that will send Green to the line. Won his first one, but not going to use it there. Games before the All-Star break and celebrity game. And then you got the captain, but they don't have a ton of depth. Was Prosper spinning on Looney. Goes
all that Looney couldn't keep up with him.
6 3s. Here's Irving.
Reflected. They're reading that.
Start as a Maverick.
Kyrie, the beneficiary.
Legs, we know obviously what.
Believe me, because he was still over the next few years, it developed into a very consistent shooter.
And the push shot from her, and they love their Mavericks, but
crowd very much into it, supporting them. That is not his strength.
Oh. Moody will try it.
Recent memory, and there are more.
A floater by Dinwiddie blocks, but then he hurt his added drive again. Goes to the right hand.
The Warriors haven't had a focal.
May have dragged that foot. Start. It's a Warrior. Jimmy Butler. Butler with 1. Long 2 on the
questioning level. His willingness to run.
The lack of playing time of Kyler Kelly is on the floor. Marshall. Another. Moody challenged. Pull-up jumper from Marshall. Dallas shooting 65. Moody catch and shoot.
Found one with a flat set.
2%.
I don't know which it is.
Sit off his foot. That ends
his effectiveness.
I've been trying to.
Well, right on cue, George, with Thompson hit. Luka Doncic hadn't played since Christmas, but still those last year before
days trying to wrap their head around it. This is really that this league has seen.
Point chance here for Butler. You and I were there. I think that's going to play out. Him and
playing on the same team.
Obviously Curry, and he's number
post. He's just giving them something they now. Butler, when he was wearing a Warriors uniform, never dropped.
Brandon Williams wide open. Drill. A ton of minutes this year. Has a ton of minutes played, and getting Williams over the outstretched arm. Ball up. Williams corner 3. Another giveaway.
I'm going to support him no matter where he is. Though, guys, all these fans told us all the cheering here. These people are still a
change. Doncic isn't here. The game that everybody has circled here in Dallas now without him, and the Lakers.
Just think, Luka Doncic in a Mavericks uniform. His personnel, no game plan, didn't.
Mavs fans, multiple
3 to 4 years with what they Mavericks are banking on.
In his 4th year as the general manager.
And then there's the short-term reaction to see how each guys are done. You'll be looking back on this trade. Average almost 31 points a game in the playoffs. A characteristic that is so hard to find.
Minutes to play in the half. Irving, 9. Payton, the cutter. With
Gary Payton saw a seam and took advantage of it.
That's at least 5 by the Warriors. Over the head pass to a corner 3. Curry, reverse leg.
Right now, he's re-energized.
And the previous 4. Oh, nice pass.
Something that wasn't exploring his ability as a shooter and a
from Moody, but he had enough time to collect. He spins deep on heel to reach Oklahoma City. Yeah, the tallest guy out there. It was a shot clock violation on Metcalf. Green cutting and laying it. Mr. Pajemski goes up and gets the. Because of the, and that one hit the side of the backboard, but
just get a little chip on him at the 3.
Most of the scoring as Irving is fouled
in the 2 games since he came to Golden State.
You have 6 attempts. Curry relocates, fires for the Warriors to tie the game. Maybe going to 3 run for the Warriors. Seconds left. Gets to the cup and 3 close to the 2nd quarter. Clock violation. Meanwhile, Max.
I thought his anticipation.
Irving putting it on the deck.
And players, so if you could put your head down and get an angle.
2nd foul on Butler. Thought it was interesting. He's been great. He's been an encourager. Bounces it down low. When cooler heads are Moody driving, hangs, and
Irving got over there nicely and got
high. Irving up top three. Tomorrow, the Warriors will be in Houston. Apartment. Moody wide open corner shot. A forced turnover, lob
too high for Jimmy Butler to convert. Not going to get something good out of it, and he sold it.
Bodies hit the lodged Irving. No ball batted around Moody. Click to Thompson. Catch and shoot.
Got to prevent him from catching it in the first place.
For the Mavericks, Jimmy Butler's trade by Miami, sir, without Anthony Davis.
Smart play by Draymond. Gets it in the post.
Game high 19 points. Puts it up. Flirting with it just about every year.
And up there, he's going to pull another one. The try.
Freezing 41 seconds for Kyrie.
Have an elite.
Irving again from Joel. Waited for it.
More responsibility
of the third from the elbow. Buddy Christie over Curry at the strike. Pajemski missed. Step back three. Thompson no good
to start their offense.
Play right there, and Curry up 77. They're up 13. He also has 6 points. Wild hands it off for Payton. That's
contributing for the three-point line.
Lobs for Payton. Possession by Dallas. Euro step.
A return for Luka. That's another. They felt like for a generational player.
The Mavs organization is going to have to league it. You wouldn't have known exactly what
Mavs team better.
At the landscape in the Western Conference, I'm going to make that leap.
Curry, 2 of 8 from 3. Irving, nothing not to take the shot. That allowed Irving to get. It's fouled by Marshall. The fans, first time in 25 years. Looting at the high post, takes the shot.
That Kyrie Irving
will take part in the skills challenge of the All-Star corner. Good look, Marshall in the final minute. That one no good. Pajemski there. Thompson turns and fires. Pajemski on the step back.
Hit him with a great hesitation at the three.
Looney the second time, no. Paint points. After Edwards.
Because that third quarter barrage that Kyrie
make him drive, and hopefully he misses a couple.
Finish. He's got 30. Butler gets deep.
Either hand as well.
The Four Nations face ability to get to the foul line. That's something.
Sure. So it's a big part of what Jimmy Butler brings.
Corner, back it down, try to shovel up. Heald's teammates, not real four. Williams with a step. And so
just need his shooting because he is one takes the pressure off of the other side. Buddy Hield, so critical for this.
On the shot clock. Chris, well as Steve Kerr as Curry.
And that's why they had to huddle up, Switzel, not because of the kickball or an 8.
That ball away from Curry.
Another missed layup. Butler. Wide open, lets it fly.
And causing rotation. Execute these switches the way that they just
finds Thompson. Long three.
Kyrie Irving's hands immediately on the side.
That will ultimately play out.
Respect for that end of the floor.
Hangs. Can't finish it for Butler as he gets in.
You advance the ball the way Golden State guys basically.
He's got 7 points here in the quarter. On the step back. Hits another.
Well.
What a pass by an all-time great shooter again.
Mid-range off the dribble, tremendous finisher. As of late, just
now. Christie, stump order. Christie, contact. Start as a Mav. Butler.
Games matter. Tiebreakers. All.
Prosper. Green penetrating baseline.
Up the floor toward Curry's. That properly sliding the entire time.
Middle of the floor. And knocked in San Francisco. Curry ball. As Edwards could
up that way.
Pajemski gets loose.
Him off of a screen, leaves that.
Steve pull-up jumper. Got it. With the blow by, gets through 2 defenders.
Rose up in this critical situation.
And all 5 of the Mavs. Curry 19 for Butler. For Dallas. Here's Edwards.
They'll live with Edwards shooting the basketball.
Moody guarding Irving off the ball.
You should just run.
Trading. Falling away. 13-2 run by Gold on the face-up. And the pull-up. And it's saved by Irving. Turn and fire. Clip. But they changed it. It's the 4th.
And not. It is called a rip. All year as a rip through to tell. It's a fine line.
Pajemski fires it off for Irving. He'll try it. And Butler blocked. Hangs. Missed it. Put back Buxty. Wide open. In the back and fouled at midcourt.
20 feet to take that shot away.
2 blocks. Steph Curry win for the first time since mid-November.
You're looking at.
Plus out of timeouts. Marshall penetrates into the lane. Goes. Butler drives into the chest to earn. Not to foul Brandon Williams. They foul.
That's still. He hasn't been in that situation at this point.
He hit the Doncic trade along with Anthony Davis. And it looked very different with. And Irving drives and kicks. Marshall waited for it.
Davis, another guy to run your offense through, so even more responsibility.
In the second half, and we're at the midway point of the third. From the elbow. But he'll be involved in the Rising Stars game. Christie over Curry. Knows he wants to pull up for three, so he met him out there at the strike. Pajemski missed. Marshall back to Clay. Step back three. Thompson, no good.
That they're going to try to utilize to start their offense.
Against Thompson. Clay right there, and Curry. Up to the guys that are out, yet they've scored 77. They're up 13. Distributor with 6 assists. He also has 6 points. Wow! Curry on the other end. Hands it off for Payton.
He has had his business cut a little bit, contributing for the three-point line.
Looney lobs for Payton.
Breaking down their defense.
Empty possession by Dallas. Euro step.
Talked about the lack of a haul and the return for Luka. That's another player, but the one first-round pick, they felt like for a generational player.
Something that certainly the Mavs organization is going to have to, without exploring options around the league, you wouldn't have known exactly what.
Is this Mavs team better?
For me to take that leap and looking at the landscape in the Western Conference, I'm not off your roster. It's hard for me to take that leap.
Curry. That one stayed out. He's 6 of 16, 2 of 8 from 3. Irving no. On 4. Moody electing not to take the shot. That allowed Irving to get an 8-point game. And Curry gets fouled by Marshall. They'll do it in front of the hometown fans. First time in 25 years. Looney at the high post takes the shot.
For Golden State, they've weathered the storm that Kyrie Irving.
Of his last 14 games, he'll take part in the skills challenge of the All-Star. Skip to the corner. Good look. Marshall on the bench right now here in the final minute of the Santos. Moody again. That one no good. Pajemski there. Decimated by injuries. Thompson turns and fires. Pajemski on the step back.
This defense by Moody, because Williams hit him with a great hesitation at the three.
Through the stick back, no. Looney the second time, no. Dominance on the offensive glass. Paint points. Looney at the line. After Edwards
considered is going to be feeling okay, because that third quarter barrage that Kyrie.
Again, we got to keep him off the three-point line and make him drive, and hopefully he misses a couple.
Irving off to a good start with that scoop and finish. He's got 30. Butler gets deep.
Ultra at the rim, and he could do it with either hand as well.
28 with the Warriors. The Four Nations face. We talked about Butler's ability to get to the foul line. That's something.
Steph Curry to keep him fresher, so it's a big part of what Jimmy Butler brings.
Green in the short corner, backing down, tried to shovel the Hield. We've seen a couple times Hield's teammates not really. That's what Buddy Hield is there for. Williams with a step and Green. And so
to this team, to get back to your point, they just need his shooting, because he is instantly. It just again takes the pressure off of the other side of those nights when he's getting to the line. So Buddy Hield, so critical for this.
And Williams, he was smiling at us as if to say, yeah, but there was 17 on the shot clock. Chris happened because we were confused, as well as Steve Kerr, as Curry.
That there was an inadvertent whistle, and that's why they had to huddle up. State got the ball, but it was because of an inadvertent whistle, not because of the kickball or an 8.
Right there, Draymond Green ripping that ball away from Curry.
Hield driving. Another missed layup. Butler. On Curry. Irving. Wide open, lets it fly.
Beat off the dribble into the lane and causing rotation. Off the dribble. Golden State's got to execute these switches the way that they just.
Double Irving. Finds Thompson. Long three.
Court to get the ball out of Kyrie Irving's hands immediately on the side.
Dynamic. How do you think that will ultimately play out?
And I think there's going to be a lot of mutual respect for that end of the floor.
Christie with the blow by. Hangs. Can't finish it. And a lot of people, when the trade was made for Butler, as he gets in.
Problem. And particularly if you advance the ball the way Golden State's early up the floor, if you don't have guys basically
He was looking for from Miami. He's got 7 points here in the quarter. Irving on the step back, hits another.
Buddy Hield rather played that well.
What a pass by. A lot of notoriety for the handle, but an all-time great shooter. Get
Numbers like that. He's great. The mid-range off the dribble, tremendous finisher, particularly well from the three as of late. Just
2 more free throws, up to 19 points now. Christie, Stone, midway through the 4th quarter. Christie, contest for Christie in his first start as a Mav. Butler
and being out of it, and that's why all these games matter. Tiebreakers, all
pass rusher DeMarcus Ware. Prosper. Green penetrating baseline.
was a little bit up the floor toward Curry's. That cover and get there and position yourself properly, sliding the entire time.
Green pushing tempo, middle of the floor, and knocked us. It's a week from Sunday on ABC in San Francisco. Curry, Draymond Green comes down with a loose ball. As Edwards could.
He knows it's going in, and it doesn't end up that way.
Pajemski gets loose.
Defenders jumping out toward him off of a screen, leaves that.
He's defending Irving off the ball. Christie, pull-up jumper, got it. In the Mavs. Curry with the blow-by, gets through 2 defenders.
Off guard on the perimeter. He rose up in this critical situation.
Going over 15 points, and all 5 of the Mavs. 19 for Curry, 19 for Butler. And many others out for Dallas. Here's Edwards.
At Kyrie to force it out of his hands. They'll live with Edwards shooting the basketball.
Moody guarding Irving off the ball.
And I'm going to see here if Golden State continues to just run at beat you.
Irving penetrating, falling away.
Very difficult fade away on the baseline.
13-2 run by Gold. Lob to Butler on the face-up. And the pull-up. Warriors thought there was a foul, and it's saved by Irving. Kicks. Turn and fire. Clay. It's not in the act of shooting, but they changed it. It's the 4th
play so many times, and more often than not, it is called a rip. Than not, very similar action to that all year as a rip through, and sometimes it is very difficult to tell. It's a fine line.
It's to play. Shot clock at 10. Curry penetrates. Pajemski fires. Didn't want to shoot the 3. Hands it off for Irving. He'll try it. And
Touches.
Green finds Butler. Blocked. Numbers for the Warriors. Moody hangs. Missed it. Put back Button. Quickly doubled. Christie wide open. In on 1. Curry goes behind the back and fouled at midcourt.
Draymond Green sprinted 15, 20 feet to take that shot away. Golden State ball.
He's got 3 steals, 2 blocks. Steph Curry trying to give the Warriors their 3rd straight win for the first time since mid-November.
So I think the 2 guys you're looking at.
And Kyrie Irving. Dallas out of timeouts. Edwards drives and kicks to the corner. Marshall penetrates into the lane. Goes in. Butler drives into the chest of Irving. Bats it out. And they decide not to foul Brandon Williams. They foul.
Yeah, he has played well tonight, but that's still, he hasn't been in that situation of Max Christie's career to this point. I think they should have.
Coming over in the Doncic trade along with Anthony Davis. The Maverick coming over in the Doncic trade along with Anthony Davis. And it's a Warrior team that looked very different with show by Irving.